Greetings, one and everyone. I am Sam, the Geek Informant, and welcome to my show, The Geek Informer. Now you're probably asking yourself, what is the Geek Informant? Well, I'll tell you, my good man. It is the source for all your geeky and movie needs, all right here in this one show. It lets you know what's going on in the news, gives you a nice little shiny movie review, and lets you know what's going on in terms of releases. And if you're even so brain dead as to not knowing what to do after that, we'll even give you some picks on how to spend your week. Are you ready? I know I am. So let's go! And welcome to the news area, where we talk about the top 3 news stories of the week. Now, without further ado, let's jump right in. Number 1! Whether you like it or not, Tom Cruise will be returning as the famous Ethan Hunt this December in the brand new Mission Impossible movie, Ghost Protocol. The trailer for this new movie premiered earlier this week, which you can see in the link down below. And what do we at the Geek Informant have to say about it? The whole purpose of this film is to start a new spin-off series where Tom Cruise hands the baton over to newcomer Jeremy Renner. And for all you geeky comic book fans, he's Hawkeye, if you don't know who he is. This trailer is filled with really bad CG and, well, Mission Impossible-esque action scenes. Personally, I think it's going to be one that's just going to be another so-so action flick. But we want to hear what you think about it. Leave a comment down below. Number 2! Studio Ghibli, which is a department-esque studio that works with Disney, is the studio that's responsible for giving us all the wonderful Miyazaki films. Films like Spirited Away, Howl's Moving Castles, all wonderful films. But now they bring us the trailer for the newest one, Arrietty, which is actually inspired by a very popular book known as The Borrowers. We've got a Borrowers movie before. Wasn't all that great. Hopefully Miyazaki will do us one better. If you want to check out the trailer, link down in the description to see it out. Number 3! And finally, in our last bit of news, the Hobbit production really seems to be steamrolling in, as we got brand new set photos from the film, featuring the first looks at the very famous Bilbo Baggins, and a little sneak preview of Gandalf and the dwarves. Now, some have already speculated that the ears are too big or the feet are too big and that the production design is already starting to waver. I say, bring it on. I'm excited for this one. The Hobbit's one of my favorite out of the story, and I'm excited to see what they're going to do with it. That wraps it up with the news. Now let's see what's going on with our movie reviews. On to the review!
Our entire space race of the 1960s was in response to an event. If you breathe a word of what you've seen here, it will do time for treason.
Everything humans know of our planet, we were told, had been shared. You lied to us. You've made a grave mistake.
Welcome, all in one, to yet another Movie Informant. I'm Sam.
And I'm Marissa.
Today was an interesting day, now wasn't it?
Yes, it was.
We have now gotten the 3rd and final installment to the Bayformers. AKA Transformers Dark of the Moon, if you people don't understand what I'm talking about. So, there you go. What did you think of this one?
Really? You want my honest opinion?
Well, did you see the other 2?
I've seen the first one.
Yeah.
And I've seen part of the second one.
Okay.
Oh boy. It was a very long movie. It was a very long movie.
That was my big downfall for this. Because, like, I went into this movie...
It was about 2 hours and 45 minutes.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep. I went into this movie expecting a bad movie because all the Transformers movies are bad. So when I went into this, I had to look at it in the terms of other Transformers movies and how did it stack up to those. honestly, if you look at all the different points of view and all the different aspects, this is probably the best one.
Okay.
But, so pretty much the story this time around is that we are fast forwarding, I don't even know how many years later, from the last one. I want to say like 2 or 3.
Maybe, if that?
Something or other, but Shia LaBeouf is now living on his own, Sam Witwicky, and he's got a new girlfriend.
Who, for some reason, the entire movie only wore one color other than white. And
I thought it was an interesting idea. I thought it was an interesting idea.
I thought they only did it to give her more of a figure.
But black's usually done for that, not white.
No, black makes you slimmer, white makes you bigger. Makes you look bigger.
Ah, so that's what he was trying to do.
I think she was so skinny and so tiny and had boobs.
Well, she's a Victoria's Secret model, so.
Yeah, we definitely got those model poses. That was awful.
But going back to the story, he's got a new girlfriend named Carly, and they're living in Washington D.C. and Sam's kind of frustrated that he saved the world twice and he can't even get a decent job anywhere after college.
Yeah, he's kind of upset about how the military refuses to do anything but pay for his college.
And that's pretty much about it.
Yeah.
And while that's going on, the Autobots, the Transformers, are off doing, creating world peace, so that way what happened to Cybertron doesn't happen to us.
You can say creating world peace, more like kicking everybody's ass, but sure.
Yeah, that's
world peace.
But getting to the very low part of this movie, and this is where it really hurts. When we get to that end, I can't even call it climax scene or sequence. I'm going to call it a sequence. When we get to that end sequence where, stuff's really about to go down, and you think this is the big end climax, there's literally no joke about an hour of that.
More, yeah.
That you could cut out of that, because that ran on.
That was quite painful.
It was like an hour and 40 minutes. That whole sequence was like an hour and 40 minutes, and it had like 5